Alright, ladies and gentlemen, today we're going to be doing a video on what I think the end of year banner is going to be. I have a few guesses, obviously, just guesses. Let me know down below what you guys think. I'm probably not going to read it because I have been hearing that leaks are probably floating around and I don't want to know. So if you do know exactly what it is, do not comment it. It's probably going to be an insane banner, but don't comment it. Not here, not here. Go on Reddit. It's probably on Reddit. And then we will go over the potential killers, because I believe they have the GQ schedule somewhere in some of these pages, so we can actually see, which I think it was actually the previous one. Right, I just saw Guild Quest. Am I blind? I just saw it right there. Right, here. So we can go over that. Speculate. Obviously, one is going to be Brave Battles, and then 2 SP. Hopefully, hopefully both of them are just like Ichigo and Renji level. To be honest, that's what I would actually prefer because then it'd be a way more valuable banner. But yeah. So one of the killers is most likely going to be Melee Soul Reaper. Melee Soul Reaper. This one is probably because Rukia is rerunning because of the pull banner or whatever it's called. I don't know where the other one is. I'm pretty sure I remember hearing that it's a captain killer, melee captain replacement for Senjumaru, which, I mean, yeah, I can kind of see it. They're already trying to phase out Ichigo, which no one thought was possible. And if Ichigo can get phased out, Senjumaru can definitely get phased out. So that's what I'm guessing. I remember hearing something about Melee Captain, and then Soul Reaper is obviously like literally one day after the banner drop, so pretty much guaranteed that's going to be a Melee Soul Reaper killer. I don't know if you know the attributes or whatnot. You might be able to check it now in the Guild Quest thing, actually, if we go check. Which I guess I said I was going to do this at the end, but I guess I'm doing it now because I've already committed to it. Also, I'm sorry for the lack of uploads and streams and whatnot. I have been playing so much Elden Ring Night Rain, it's crazy. I think I've put in like 120 hours in the past month. A lot. So what day is this? This is 29 to the 1st. This is Melee Soul Reaper. Right? Melee Exterminator. And the enemies are red, so yeah, for Rukia. And then phase 2, 1 out of 1. So Technique Soul Reaper character most likely, which, okay, I'm down with the new Technique character. We only have realistically Renji and Gremmy and Yoruichi that are like absolutely insane, and you could even argue that Yoruichi isn't absolutely insane, but yeah, very, very good characters. But I wouldn't mind another Technique character. But yeah, let's go over. This is my #1 pick for end of the year. This is what I think it's going to be. Now, I will say it was a bit different about a month ago when we didn't know that Nemu or Nanao was dropping, or Aizen. Now, obviously, it's not 1,000 or lower Aizen, so like we could still technically get an Aizen here. I'm just not expecting an Aizen at this point. I've been expecting Shunsui literally since last year, once we saw what end of year was, being Ichigo, Senjumaru, and Asken. I was like, okay, probably going to be Shunsui, obviously Core 3 Shunsui, literally the hypest character. The only other thing is that maybe they could have done for 10th Annie, but now I'm definitely leaning towards end of year. Maybe they push him back to 11th Annie, but I have two guesses. It's either going to be Bankai Shunsui for this end of year, or it's going to be a Yuha for this end of year, and then they'll flip-flop, so either Shunsui's end of year, or he's 11th Annie, or Yuha, either or, is my guess. But the Bankai Yama, because we don't have one of the versions in the game, or just an anime Yama in general. Like, we have the power one technically, but that's still a manga character. So I'm expecting a Bankai Yama. We've gotten 2 years back to back where we got a Core 1 character, so I'm expecting another Core 1 character again, and I feel like Yama is just a no-brainer. People generally do like him. I don't really care if we get him or not, but I know that he's going to be dropping eventually, and I assume he's going to be absolutely insane. And then I did Mausoleum Ichibe, because in my opinion, this is kind of like the big commanders of each core. Core 1, it was Yama taking charge or whatnot. Core 2, like technically Shunsui was in charge, but it was more so like Ichibe being the big dog, you know, fighting against Yuha and whatnot. And then a little bit of scuffle, you know, the ending in Core 3. But then it's Shunsui being the commander and in charge. So this would be like the commander or leader battle banner, I guess you could say. That's what I envision this as, which I think is pretty cool. You know, I was also expecting maybe Jushiro on this banner, but obviously we have already gotten a Jushiro, so I mean, I don't expect the second 1000 or above Jushiro unless he does something insane in Core 4 somehow, which I kind of doubt. But yeah, this is my first guess, my number one guess. I have high bets going on at least getting 2 of these characters. You know, yeah, we'll see. We'll see. And to be honest, you could probably just do Yama, Yuha, and Ichibei because they both fought Yuha. I think that would also be a really cool idea. And then maybe they push back Shunsui to 11th Annie, which, I mean, I could see. You know, extend out the hype of Core 3 even more because Core 4 literally isn't airing until summer of 2026, so they're going to have a lot of space to fill in between. And now my second guess is this. Now yet again, you could just swap Lily Baro out, but I was just thinking of different characters. But I still think Shunsui or someone is going to fit in here. This might be too big of a banner realistically, because it's like, who else is going to be carrying Core 3? Like, I guess they do have some of the Exterminators, but I feel like these are like the 2 main ones. Almighty Yuha and Bankai Shunsui. Now, obviously, I'm not talking about the final form of Yuha, you know, with all the eyes and stuff. I think he's shown at the end of Core 3. He didn't have a fight. He didn't do any of that. That's Core 4 stuff, obviously. I'm talking about the ones where he just has, like, the red eyeballs, like the pupils, and that's it. I think that would be really, really cool. And maybe we can finally get justice for Yuha, since his character died off last time in, like, 6 months. Lily Baro hasn't had a character in general. Now, I have to say this again. I am so worried that some of these characters are going to get Brave Battle. I don't think any character that I'm showing here deserves Brave Battles. I genuinely don't. I hate Brave Battles. I think it's stupid that they get reduced to a Brave Battle character, make them mid-month, but still make them absolutely broken so that way you have to summon for them. Like, I'm not going to be happy if Bankai Shunsui gets Brave Battles. I am skipping the end of year banner if Bankai Shunsui is a Brave Battle character. I am skipping. I do not care. I do not care. Generational Fumble, Generational L, Bankai Shunsui is 1000% the coolest part in Core 3. I'm a Yoruichi fan. I glazed the character, but she did not have the coolest moment in the arc for me. It was Shunsui. You know, it is what it is. I think he deserves an insanely broken SP #1 character in the game, or at least in his attribute in the game character. He has not had a good character in years. He's basically Kenpachi. Kenpachi had no good characters for like 3 years since Safui Kenny. And then finally, Speed Kenny dropped and is still the hardest hitting speed character in the game. Which should be what Shunsui ends up getting, in my humble opinion. Honestly, also Yuha should be one of the best in his attribute. Fight me. Whenever he gets a character. But like Lily Baro, I do like him, but I could see him being a Brave Battle character. I could see him biting the bullet and not that many people caring. But I think he's really cool. I like his bird form. Now I will say, if it's the weird Dialga Pokemon looking character form, sure, throw him Brave Battles. I don't care. I don't like that character. That design is terrible. Sorry, Kubo, you did not cook with that one. But the big bird, I like. I like the big bird. Kind of funny. Also, the attack move is insanely cool. So, yeah. Would never be able to see the Soul Bomb. Very disappointing. But yeah, this one. And then onto the third pick. Now, obviously, yet again, as I said, you could put, like, Yama in here somewhere or something like that, like, cycle one character out. But I'm just going to be going over, like, brand new banners. And this is one that I thought of would be kind of cool, because a lot of people have been asking for these characters, and I understand why. We don't have any of them in the game. Besides, I guess, Manga Lily Baro, but I'm not counting it. Gerard, Pernida, and Lily Baro. Now, obviously, Gerard is going to be Brave Battles. I am not expecting anything different. If he is Brave Battles, I have accepted it at this point. A lot of people are going to be upset, but I am accepting it at this point. He is 1000% just meant to be a Brave Battle character. Like, his entire thing makes sense. I hate it, but I wouldn't be angry at it. Pernida, I'm pretty sure we're not getting his big hand form. I don't think we're getting that. I really wish he could. I think it'd be kind of cool, but if anything, maybe it's like the little small full hand, or it's just like Volsundish Pernida with like his yellow wings coming out of him. That's as far as I see them going. Gerard, I don't think we're getting the super big form. Maybe we'll get in the Soul Bomb, but that's about it. Also, I'm using Core 3 images, by the way, like for Gerard, but obviously it's Core 2 most likely that we're getting. I mean, I guess we could get Core 3. It's been a whole year, so I mean, we could actually. I don't know why I even thought that. It's been a whole year, actually, so maybe. And then obviously Lily Barrow yet again. Those are just my main picks. Like, there are so many other characters, but because Aizen just got a character, I don't think we're getting Thousand Year Butler Aizen, who was literally a month ago. Now I don't think we're getting a character since she had her one moment. Nemu had her one moment. You could argue maybe Mayuri, but I don't know. I don't think he's end of year worthy. Maybe if he's Brave Battles, then sure, I'll take it. Like, if it's between Shunsui or Mayuri, I'm throwing Shunsui to the wolves every time, and he's getting Brave Battles. But yeah, that is pretty much it for the video. Let me know down below what you guys think. As I said before, melee, technique, melee Soul Ripper, and then melee captain, which will probably be speed, since Senjumaru is power, so probably speed captain killer, melee captain, and then Brave Battle character to counter Uryu, so I guess a mind character. I really hate mind and heart and Brave Battles, because if you want to counter one of them, you have to just use the other attribute, and then it just keeps going back and forth, like how Brave Battle Yuha was. Like, you had to just keep countering him with different characters, and it was just like a different color, like flip-flopping. I don't know, I didn't really care for it, but yeah. If it was 100% guaranteed this banner, I would say Shunsui #1 SP character, Yama the Guild Quest character, and Ichibei, Yamamoto the Brave Battle character, and Ichibei the SP Guild Quest character. But Yama just got a Brave Battle character, so I mean, I'm expecting him to be at least a Guild Quest character, and Ichibei is probably going to be a Brave Battle character. So that's why I kind of don't want such a big banner like this, but I don't know. Take care. Peace out. Let me know down below what you guys think. Peace.